For my journal report, I was looking at an article about the mating behavior and the mating songs of a specific breed of cricket called the Dian-Mobius cheeky cricket, which I'll refer to as the DC cricket. So a lot of prior research has been done on cricket mating behaviors, but a lot of it has been focused on a specific breed called the Grillonnet cricket. And they found that there are mostly 3 different types of mating songs. There's the calling song, the courtship song, and aggression songs. However, with the DC crickets, they found a 4th noise, which they refer to as the trill. And this noise is really atypical in cricket behavior, and it really led them to believe that there was not enough study done on different breeds of crickets in order to have an understanding of the diverse behavior in different breeds. So to conduct a study on what the DC sexual reproduction behavior songs are and how they lead to successful copulation, they collected 58 crickets from beaches in Japan, and then they raised them in a container and allowed them to reproduce, and then 3 generations later they used those crickets to study. So to conduct the study, they would take 1 male cricket and put them in a container in isolation and allow them to emit the calling sound. After that, they would then put a female cricket into the same container, and they would observe their behavior for 40 minutes. As soon as the female cricket made physical contact with the male cricket, the male would then emit a courtship song, and this usually lasted about 20 to 25 minutes. Once that was over, the male would start to emit a trill, and usually within 1 minute, usually about 10 to 40 seconds, there was successful copulation between the male and the female. They found that there was only 1 instance in which there was no trill noise that there was successful copulation, and there was only 1 instance in which there was a trill noise and there was not successful copulation. So the research really found that this trill had a really big impact in the sexual reproductive behavior of the crickets, of the DC crickets in particular. And they were led to believe, based on the duration of the courtship song versus the trill song, that the courtship song was used more so as the female was assessing the quality of the male. It took a really healthy, a really high quality male to emit the noise for 25 minutes. And then the trill was used mostly as an induction for copulation. One big pro of this study was that it was a high sample size. 58 crickets allowed them to see a lot of variation in the crickets, and it also helped them notice a lot of really big trends within the trills. But one major limitation of the study is that the male and the female were put in isolation, so they couldn't really see how this mating behavior would change, how the trill noise would change, if there were any other issues with the songs, if there was competition in the mating behavior.